Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of Michael's Supported Italia. I'm Michael, and tonight we're going to be making an Italian beef with a creamy pecorino polenta. Really delicious. It's an old-time favorite. Instead of using pasta, you can use a little polenta. It's really, really good. So basically, really all that is it's your polenta. You use your favorite broth or milk, a third a cup of cheese, and a little bit of salt for the polenta. I started that probably about 25 minutes ago, so that's just about finished. Takes a long time to make the polenta. And what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be taking some ground beef, putting it in the pan, going to cook that up a little bit, drain it. I made it a fried yellow spicy sauce to add to this, and it's going to be some grated cheese, some onion. It's a pretty simple dish. So my polenta is just about done. As you can see, you know, it really polenta. All it is cornmeal. And you know, there's different ways you can do it. You can make it. You can slice it. You know, after it's chilled, or some people buy it already cooked. But you can slice it up. You can fry it. You can bake it. You can do whatever you want. Place things over it. I instead went with a creamier version that I'm going to be using for this dish. So the cream version really is just, I made the polenta. I use a little bit of milk, about 1 cup, a third a cup of pecorino romano, some salt, and that's all it really needs. So in a minute, this is just about finished, and we're going to plate this up with the beef. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the beef in, about 1 pound of chopped meat, and any kind that you want to use. So I have that here. And I'm just going to chop that up. And you know, it's a pretty easy dish to make. You know, the polenta takes a little bit of time. It takes about a half hour for the polenta to make. And then you're just going to brown the ground beef. You're going to take that out once it's done. You're going to drain out any kind of oil that's in there, wipe out the pan. And then I'm going to add some onion, some garlic, some crushed red pepper. I'm a big fan of crushed red pepper, as if you couldn't tell by now. But yeah, so it's you know, just let this sizzle up a little bit. You know, so it's a very simple dish to make. Like I said, the length of time that it takes mostly is in the polenta itself. So we're going to turn this up a little bit. And again, you're going to brown it probably about 4 or 5 minutes just to get it brown. If you like it a little bit thicker, you don't have to crush it up so much. You know, the ground beef. If you like the bigger pieces in it, you can do that. I use sometimes I use a 75-25 blend or an 80-20 blend as far as the ground beef goes. Certain things I don't like to use lean chopped meat. But you know, this is a pretty basic dish to make. You know, but it's a fan favorite. Everybody loves it. You know, polenta goes with so many things. It's very versatile. So if you want to use it instead of a pasta, you can do that too. So a lot of people like to do that. You know, change it up a little bit. But you know, you can do anything. You can put beef with it. You can put chicken with it. You can put ground sausage with it. Very, very good. So you know, again, you know, it's one of those dishes that I make that's pretty versatile. You can switch it up any way you like, you know, and just go that way. So this is starting to brown up pretty good. You just mix this around. You know, it's like I said, it's one of those dishes that, you know, you can change things up. You can use different sauces. You can use a regular marinara sauce. That's what I did. I took a regular marinara sauce. I put some crushed red pepper. I made it like a fried yellow sauce. I'm a huge fan of spice, but you know, that's not for everybody. I add onion to this also, not for everybody. You don't have to add onion to it. I like to taste the flavor that the onion gives, but that's all up to you. Whatever you want to do. You know, I welcome all the suggestions that all of you make. You know, once you try the dishes, once you make the dishes, you know, there's some ideas that you have out there that I would love to try, and you know, you pass that feedback over to me. I'd love to hear it. Tonight we got viewers from Australia, we have from Italy, we have from Canada, we have from all over the world. So I thank all of you for joining and coming on board with us. for these demonstrations. I know you all enjoyed. I enjoyed doing it for each and every one of you. Um, so thank you very much for that. But yeah, so this is coming along. It's almost finished. I have about 2-3 more minutes left, and then we're going to take this out. If there's any oil in there at all, and there's very little in this one so far, but any oils in there, you want to drain that out because you don't want that mixed in any extra grease into the sauce or anything like that. So you just drain it out if there's anything in there. Obviously, the more fat content in your beef, the more grease and oil you're going to have. So the more lean, obviously, the less grease you're going to have. So. And then once that comes off, and once I drain that, I'm going to put it off to the side. Then I'm going to sit there and I'm going to have some garlic, 3 cloves, it's already crushed, some onion, and some crushed red pepper. And you're going to top it off with some fresh basil, a little bit of Pecorino Romano. Delicious. This is just about finished, just another minute or so. Then I'm going to drain it. I'm going to wipe the pan out. You don't have to go too crazy. You don't have to go washing it out and starting like a brand new pan. But you want to wipe the excess out. Okay, so this is done. I'm just going to drain it. I'm gonna let that drain. Take a paper towel, just wipe out the pan. That's it. Take just a little bit of olive oil, maybe about a teaspoon and a half, maybe 2. Put that in there. Make that a little hot. And then once that's hot, then we're going to add the onion into there. Then obviously the smells in here are just going to be unbelievable. My polenta's finished. So we're going to shut this off. That's all done. Now we're going to add the onion in there. About a half a medium onion is all you really need. And once that cooks probably about 2 minutes or so with the onion, then you add your crushed red pepper, you add your garlic. It's delicious. Not too long on onions. You don't want to cook them down to where they're mushy. You still want a little bit of a bite, but you want to see it translucent, almost like you see through them. So I dice them up really fine. Cooks a little bit faster, but it's up to you. If you want to slice them, you can slice them too. And you don't have to add onion in at all. But that's solely up to you. It's cooking down really nice. About a little pinch of salt. Add your garlic, about 3 cloves. You don't even want to know what it smells like in here. You might want a piece of bread just for this. Bread. So we're going to use that to try it out when it's done. Okay, then you're going to add about 1/3 of a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Again, blend that around. Looking really good. Smelling amazing in here, ladies and gentlemen. Just unbelievable it smells like in here. If only you had smell-o-vision, but you don't. So Sorry about that. Okay, the onion's just about done. Once the onion is done, then you add your whatever sauce you want to use. Again, I'm using a marinara sauce that I made. I put some crushed red pepper like a fried diavolo sauce. If you don't like the spice, you don't have to add that in there. That's up to you. But use any kind of sauces you want. Okay, the onion's done. This is the sauce, probably about 2 cups, I think would be recommended for this. Oh yeah, I'm sure you can all hear that right now, right? Yeah, you don't have smell-o-vision, but you definitely have sound-o-vision, so you can get that. Okay. Bring it over to the side. Reduce your heat down some. Run that around. Now my sauce is already cooked, so you don't need to do it very much. As long as it's hot, that's all you really need. Oh yeah, this is amazing right here. This by itself is good. But again, if you want to use, you want to use chicken, you can use ground veal. You can use anything you want. You can keep the meats whole. You want to use a chop, you can do that too. Whatever you want. It's very, very simple. Okay, so my meat is drained. So now I'm going to add that in there. And you're just going to blend it. Now, as far as the polenta is concerned, some people like it thicker, some people like it thinner, whatever it is. Obviously, the thicker you want it, you use less liquid. I used about a cup of milk, a third a cup of Pecorino Romano, a little bit of salt, and that's really all you need. And you can pick up polenta pretty much in any grocery store you go to. Alright, you want to bring that just to a slight simmer where you see the little bit of bubbles on the side, and then you're finished. So I'm debating whether or not I should take a piece of bread right now and just stick it right in the pan. I know you do that at home. So, actually, I'm not even going to debate. I'm going to try that. Yeah, well, I'm just going to stick it in there. Don't tell anybody I'm doing this. And a lot of you go crazy before the food is done. You do that. Delicious. So, ooh, nice kick too. So, that's really all there is to it. This is pretty much done. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little bit of basil. I'm going to chop it up, for my plate. Not too much, whatever you want. It could be, a teaspoon, whatever you want to do. Just chop it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Make sure your fingers are out of the way. Now, you can throw it in there if you want. You can put it in the pan if you like. Or you can just place it on top. Whatever you want to do. Okay, so this is done. Don't forget to shut your stove off. So now, I'm going to grab my plate. I'm going to put a little bit of the polenta in there. Have what you want. Again, this is a creamy locatelli polenta. So, you plate that right in the middle. And this is good. Instead of having pasta, you just do this. Right? And if you want, grab another spoon here. Take all of that. Just place that right over the top. Oh, the joys of food, right? So you just put that right over, not too much. A little bit of sauce on top. Take a little Pecorino Romano, just put that over the top like this. I like a little bit extra. Like that. and just a little bit of your basil. Just drop it over the top. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your polenta with Italian beef. So, without further ado, as we all know, I love doing this part, and you all hate this part because you're not having it. But follow the recipe, and you'll be able to make it for yourself. So let's see. I'm going to turn my back to you right now. I'm going to eat this right in front of you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's really it. That's your Italian-style beef with creamy Pecorino Polenta. Very simple to make. Use 1 cup of dry polenta. It takes about 30 minutes to make. You use a cup of whatever your favorite broth. You can use regular chicken stock. You can use milk. 1/3 cup of grated cheese. Got to keep consistently stirring it. You don't want it to stick and clump. As far as the sauce on top goes, as far as the beef you just use some ground beef, 1 pound, 80-20, 75-25, whatever split you want. You cook it, you drain it, add some onion, a little crushed red pepper, a little garlic. At the very, very end, you put some fresh basil and a little Pecorino Romano. So, that's the dish. So, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, share it. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Michael Supported Italia. And until our next adventure, thank you so very much for watching. Arrivederci.